If you grew up in the 1970s, you remember this is a nostalgic journey back to the unique experiences of the 1970s. This era was packed with distinctive cultural moments and trends that remain vivid in the memories of those who lived through it. Let's revisit some of the iconic aspects that shaped this remarkable decade. Number 1. Classic TV shows. The 1970s were a golden age for television, birthing some of the most iconic and beloved shows of all time. From family sitcoms to gripping dramas, the TV landscape of the 70s was diverse and groundbreaking. One of the standout genres of the era was the family sitcom, with shows like Happy Days capturing the essence of American life in the 1950s and 60s. With its lovable characters and feel-good storylines, Happy Days became a cultural phenomenon, resonating with audiences of all ages. On the other end of the spectrum, we had shows like MASH, a groundbreaking comedy drama set during the Korean War. Known for its sharp wit and poignant commentary on war and politics, MASH pushed the boundaries of what television could achieve, earning critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base. And who could forget The Brady Bunch, the quintessential blended family sitcom that charmed audiences with its wholesome humor and relatable storylines. With its catchy theme song and colorful cast of characters, The Brady Bunch remains a timeless classic to this day. But beyond the laughs and tears, these shows also reflected the social and cultural issues of the time. All in the Family, for example, tackled topics like racism, sexism, and the Vietnam War with unflinching honesty, paving the way for a new era of socially relevant television. In addition to scripted series, the 1970s also saw the rise of groundbreaking variety shows like Saturday Night Live, which revolutionized late-night television with its edgy humor and satirical sketches. With its eclectic cast of comedians and musicians, SNL became a breeding ground for talent and a cultural touchstone for generations to come. Number 2. Toys and games of the era. In the 1970s, the world of toys and games underwent a revolution, giving rise to some of the most iconic playthings of all time. From innovative puzzles to interactive board games, children of the 70s were spoiled for choice when it came to entertainment. One of the most iconic toys of the era was the Etch-a-Sketch, a simple yet ingenious drawing toy that allowed kids to create endless masterpieces with just the turn of a knob. With its magical erasable screen, the Etch-a-Sketch sparked creativity and imagination in children of all ages, becoming a staple in toy boxes across the country. Another game-changing invention of the 70s was the Rubik's Cube, a deceptively simple puzzle that challenged players to twist and turn its colorful blocks into perfect alignment. Originally designed as a teaching tool for geometry, the Rubik's Cube quickly became a global sensation, captivating millions with its addictive gameplay and brain-teasing challenges. And who could forget Lightbreed, the illuminated pegboard that let kids create glowing works of art with colorful pegs. With its mesmerizing glow and endless design possibilities, Lightbreed provided hours of creative fun for children of all ages, fostering artistic expression and fine motor skills in the process. But the 70s weren't just about individual toys. They were also a golden age for board games and tabletop entertainment. Classics like Monopoly, Scrabble, and The Game of Life dominated family game nights, bringing loved ones together for hours of friendly competition and bonding. In addition to traditional toys and games, the 1970s also saw the rise of electronic gaming, with the introduction of handheld devices like Mattel's Electronic Football and Milton Bradley's Simon. These portable gadgets paved the way for the digital revolution to come, foreshadowing the rise of video games and interactive entertainment in the decades ahead. Number 3. Hit music albums. In the vibrant musical landscape of the 1970s, hit albums became the soundtracks of a generation, shaping the cultural fabric of the era and leaving an indelible mark on music history. One of the defining albums of the decade was Led Zeppelin's Led Zeppelin IV, released in 1971. With timeless tracks like Stairway to Heaven and Black Dog, this album showcased the band's unparalleled talent and innovation, solidifying their status as rock legends and influencing countless musicians for decades to come. Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon, released in 1973, was another groundbreaking album that pushed the boundaries of rock music. With its immersive soundscapes and thought-provoking lyrics, this album explored themes of madness, mortality, and the human condition, resonating deeply with listeners and earning its place as one of the best-selling albums of all time. Meanwhile, Fleetwood Mac's Rumours, released in 1977, captured the zeitgeist of the 70s with its blend of pop, rock, and folk influences. Songs like Go Your Own Way and Dreams struck a chord with audiences worldwide, earning critical acclaim and commercial success while chronicling the tumultuous relationships within the band. But it wasn't just rock music that defined the 70s. Other genres also flourished during this time. Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life, released in 1976, showcased the artist's versatility and musical genius, blending soul, funk, and jazz influences into a masterpiece that continues to inspire and uplift listeners to this day. Similarly, Bob Marley and the Wailers' Exodus, released in 1977, brought reggae music to the forefront of the international stage, spreading messages of peace, love, and unity through songs like Jamming and One Love. This album not only solidified Marley's status as a cultural icon, but also introduced reggae music to a global audience, paving the way for its enduring popularity. Number 4, key moments in history. The 1970s were a tumultuous yet transformative time in history, marked by a series of key moments that left an indelible mark on our culture and collective consciousness. One of the most iconic events of the decade was the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, which captured the imagination of the world and symbolized humanity's capacity for exploration and discovery. Neil Armstrong's historic first steps on the lunar surface inspired generations of dreamers and innovators, demonstrating the power of human ingenuity and perseverance. But the 1970s were also a time of political upheaval and social change. The Watergate scandal, which unfolded from 1972 to 1974, shook the foundations of American democracy and led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. The revelations of government corruption and abuse of power exposed the fragility of democratic institutions and underscored the importance of transparency and accountability in governance. Meanwhile, the Vietnam War continued to cast a shadow over the nation, dividing communities and sparking widespread protests against military intervention and imperialism. The anti-war movement, fueled by the staggering human cost of the conflict and the disillusionment of returning veterans, galvanized millions of Americans to demand an end to the war and a reevaluation of U.S. foreign policy. In the realm of entertainment, the release of Star Wars in 1977 revolutionized the film industry and ignited a cultural phenomenon that continues to resonate today. George Lucas's epic space opera transported audiences to a galaxy far, far away, introducing iconic characters like Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Darth Vader to the world, and forever changing the landscape of cinema. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the 1970s is the rise of disco culture, which swept the nation and became synonymous with hedonism, liberation, and self-expression. From the glittering dance floors of Studio 54 to the infectious beats of Donna Summer and the Bee Gees, disco music captured the spirit of the times and provided an escape from the social and political turmoil of the era. Number 5, fashion flashbacks. The 1970s were a time of fashion experimentation and bold statements, with iconic trends that still resonate with us today. Let's take a trip down memory lane and explore some of the most memorable fashion flashbacks from this era. Bell-bottom jeans were a defining fashion staple of the 70s, characterized by their wide flare at the bottom. This trend originated in the 1960s but reached its peak popularity in the 70s, embraced by both men and women as a symbol of counterculture rebellion and bohemian chic. Bell-bottoms were often worn with platform shoes, which added height and glamour to any outfit. Platform shoes came in various styles, from chunky heels to towering wedges, and were favored by disco dancers and fashion-forward individuals alike. Another standout trend from the 70s was the polyester leisure suit, a symbol of casual elegance and sophistication. Made from a synthetic blend of polyester fabric, leisure suits were lightweight, durable, and easy to care for, making them ideal for everyday wear. These suits often featured wide lapels, bold colors, and contrasting stitching, reflecting the flamboyant aesthetic of the disco era. In addition to clothing, accessories played a crucial role in defining 70s fashion. Wide-brimmed hats, aviator sunglasses, and oversized jewelry were all popular accessories that added flair and personality to any outfit. Feathered hair and bold makeup completed the look, giving individuals a sense of self-expression and individuality. But beyond the glamour and glitz, 70s fashion was also a reflection of social and cultural changes. The rise of feminism and the women's liberation movement influenced fashion trends, with women embracing pantsuits and power dressing as symbols of empowerment and equality. Meanwhile, the growing environmental awareness of the era led to a resurgence of interest in natural fibers and eco-friendly fashion. Today, the fashion of the 70s continues to inspire designers and fashion enthusiasts, with retro styles making a comeback on the runways and in everyday wardrobes. Whether it's the timeless appeal of bell-bottom jeans or the disco-inspired glamour of polyester leisure suits, 70s fashion remains a testament to the creativity and individuality of the era. Number 6. Tasty treats and snacks. In the realm of tasty treats and snacks, the 1970s offered a smorgasbord of flavors and textures that delighted palates and satisfied cravings. From fizzy candies to creamy desserts, let's explore some of the iconic snacks that defined the era. Pop Rocks burst onto the scene in the 1970s, captivating kids and adults alike with their crackling sensation and explosive flavors. These small sugar-based candies were infused with carbon dioxide gas, which created a popping sensation when they dissolved in the mouth. With flavors like watermelon, strawberry, and grape, Pop Rocks provided a unique and memorable snacking experience that sparked joy and excitement. Another beloved snack from the 70s was Tang, a powdered drink mix that became a staple in households across America. Originally developed for the space program in the 1960s, Tang gained popularity in the 70s as a refreshing alternative to traditional fruit juices. Its tangy orange flavor and vibrant color made it a hit with kids and parents alike, earning it a permanent place in the pantry. Jell-O pudding pops were another indulgent treat that dominated snack time in the 1970s. These frozen desserts featured creamy pudding flavors like chocolate, vanilla, and butterscotch, encased in a convenient popsicle format. Loved for their smooth texture and rich flavor, Jell-O pudding pops were the perfect way to beat the summer heat and satisfy sweet cravings. But the 70s weren't just about sweet snacks. Savory treats also had their moment in the spotlight. Chips and dip became a popular party snack, with flavors like onion dip, ranch dip, and guacamole taking center stage at gatherings and social events. Meanwhile, cheese balls and cocktail weenies became go-to appetizers for entertaining guests and hosting soirees. Number 7. Cars and automobiles. One of the standout cars of the 1970s was the Ford Mustang, a true American classic that embodied the spirit of freedom and adventure. With its sleek design, powerful engine options, and unmistakable muscle car attitude, the Mustang captured the hearts of drivers across the country. Whether it was the fastback, convertible, or Mach 1 model, the Mustang offered something for everyone and became a symbol of automotive excellence. Another legendary car from the 70s was the Chevrolet Camaro, a fierce competitor to the Mustang that boasted its own unique blend of style and performance. With its bold lines, aggressive stance, and array of engine choices, the Camaro was a force to be reckoned with on the road and the racetrack. From drag racing to street cruising, the Camaro offered drivers a thrilling driving experience and cemented its status as an icon of American muscle. But it wasn't just American automakers that made waves in the 1970s. International brands also left their mark on the automotive landscape. The Volkswagen Beetle, for example, continued to be a popular choice for drivers seeking affordability, reliability, and charm. Its quirky design and air-cooled engine made it a beloved classic that appealed to drivers of all ages. Meanwhile, Japanese automakers began to gain traction in the U.S. market, offering drivers a new wave of fuel-efficient and reliable vehicles. Cars like the Toyota Corolla and Datsun 240Z became popular choices for drivers seeking affordability and quality craftsmanship, paving the way for the rise of Japanese imports in the years to come. Number 8. Home decor and design. The 1970s witnessed a distinctive shift in home decor and design, marked by an explosion of vibrant colors, bold patterns, and eclectic styles that reflected the era's cultural and social dynamics. Let's delve into some of the defining trends that shaped interior design during this groovy decade. One iconic element of 1970s home decor was the ubiquitous shag carpet, which became a symbol of comfort and luxury. These plush, deep pile carpets adorned living rooms and bedrooms, offering a cozy retreat from the outside world. Available in a rainbow of colors, shag carpets added warmth and texture to any space, creating a welcoming atmosphere for residents and guests alike. Alongside shag carpets, another hallmark of 1970s design was the rise of earthy, natural materials such as wood and stone. Exposed brick walls, wooden paneling, and stone fireplaces became popular architectural features, adding a rustic charm to interiors and connecting residents to the beauty of the natural world. These elements brought a sense of warmth and authenticity to homes, creating inviting spaces where people could relax and unwind. In terms of furniture, the 1970s saw a blend of retro styles and futuristic designs that pushed the boundaries of conventional aesthetics. Iconic pieces like egg chairs, beanbags, and modular sofas became staples of modern living, offering comfort and style in equal measure. Meanwhile, sleek chrome accents, geometric shapes, and bold pops of color infused spaces with a sense of energy and optimism, reflecting the spirit of the times. No discussion of 1970s home decor would be complete without mentioning the psychedelic phenomenon of lava lamps. These mesmerizing fixtures, filled with colorful wax and illuminated from within, captured the imaginations of millions and became emblematic of the era's countercultural spirit. Lava lamps added a whimsical touch to interiors, transforming ordinary rooms into groovy, psychedelic retreats where creativity and self-expression flourished.